Today's podcast, the topic is if I could start again, what could I do differently? On today's podcast, we're going to be doing so many things. Just watch, flow with us, don't go away as we start today's podcast. It's a wonderful time. My name is Nwali Tochukwu. I'm an author and entrepreneur. We're still on the major shift for the 2026, which is the title of our clarity and decisions. Of course, like I said, today's topic is if I could start again, what I could do different. If you could start again, what are you going to do different today? It's very important that we know this is 2026, and I'm speaking from you at the background of entrepreneur and someone who has built multiple businesses from the scratch up to the top. It's episode 4 of our podcast today. If you're watching me, don't go away. Stay to the end of the program and don't forget to share with your friends and someone whose life will be blessed by this podcast. I want to welcome all of you around the world, our audience and the followers. I want to appreciate you for always staying tuned anytime we are having a podcast, be it myself speaking at the studio or we have an invited guest. Not with money. If you don't have money today, if you don't have any connections, maybe you're listening to me right now, no connections, no special help from anyone, not with my phone, but just my phone. If I can just have my phone right in my pocket, just with my phone, and then my mind. This is my mind. Just my phone and my mind. I'm talking to you right now. And my experience. And that's exactly what I'm going to be digesting and speaking deep into the bottom, from bottom to the up, so that you who are paying attention with what I'm saying now will be beneficial of my podcast, our podcast, because I want you to grow from where you are to become one of the best and then benefit the world and enjoy the good things of the world. I would move from differently. If I'm to start right now, I will operate in a different realm. And if you are watching me that you want to start right now, watch and see the realm that I expect you to operate right now. So that realm is what will transform your mind, what will transform your lives. And that's what we're very, very much concerned about. A shift of thought, a shift of thinking and behavior. That's exactly what we're talking about right now. Because many of you are listening to me right now. So one thing you should ask yourself is that what I'm about to ask you right now. If you're watching me right now, one thing, just tell me that one thing that you have been always afraid of. That one thing that have been limiting you is what we're going to be talking about. What is that thing that is putting fear on you, that have limited you, that have made you not to take decision? That's one thing that you can do that you are afraid of doing for many years. That one thing, that if you do it and you know it will alter the equation, that one thing that will alter the equation of your life, alter the equation of your financial situation, alter the equation of your circumstances, and transform your life. Not just your life, but also your families, your friends. Deep inside you, you feel stuck right now. As you're listening to me right now, you are stuck. You are doing many things, okay? But no results. It seems that it's not moving. We all been there, always been there. I know what I'm talking about. So you feel like everybody's against you. It's when you feel that the whole world, your whole family, in fact, your workplace, everybody's against you. You scroll the Facebook, you scroll the YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, X, Netflix. You watch all those things. Yet things are not moving to the right direction. Stay tuned and you'll find on how you're going to handle these things so that at the end of this podcast, you will witness a turnaround, 360-degree turnaround of your life. Watch and don't forget to share to your friends that are listening to me now. You see people you are older than or your age mates, they're winning, and you quietly ask yourself, what is going on? We all go the same process. What is happening? What is happening? You know, those questions keep resonating in your heart. It makes you sleepless nights. That's what we're talking about today. This thing harms your health. It makes you sleepless night. Is there anything I'm doing wrong? Is there anything I'm not making right decision? That's why this podcast for you is about clarity, about direction, so that the decisions you're going to make will be fruitful and will have impact. So it's not that you are failing. You're not failing. It's just that you're not connecting the dot. Just like Steve Jobs said, you can only connect the dot by looking forwards. You can't connect the dot by looking backwards. So that's exactly what we're talking about today. So if that speaks to you, if what I'm saying connects with you, hit the button and share to someone who will be his life or her life is going to be transformed with this. You are just moving without direction, without this your destination, because you are not. There's no clarity, and we're going to make this thing to be very, very clear today. So the reality of life is that majority of us, we go through a lot of things, we face through a lot of problems, and I'm going to be giving you those lessons that you're going to be learning at the end of this podcast. So stay tuned, because most of us, nobody taught us this. Don't forget what I'm going to say today. Nobody taught us. Nobody taught us how this world operates in the real sense. Okay? Nobody taught us all those things. So how the world works, what we see is what we watch on the YouTube, social media, TV, for those of you who watches TV. You know, so nobody taught us the reality of life. So we face the world that are quite different from what we taught. Our parents taught us survival. Did you hear me right? Our parents taught us to survive. The spirit just to earn. The spirit just to work for the bills and pay the bills. Nothing wrong with that. But the world is more than that. We are taught in the school, just get a certificate. Okay? I'm going to dig deep. There's nothing wrong with acquiring certificates. Okay? But I'm going to dig deep inside, because without education, basic education, most of us who are standing before you might not be able to be organized. That's why it is very important to obtain the certificates. Then, but it goes beyond the certificate. So I'm not here to motivate you. I'm here to talk to you to make sure that this year you make something meaningful from the year 2026 and beyond 2026. Your life will have a drastic change. A drastic change that will uplift you from poverty and constant lack to a place of abundance. And then you'll be able to live a life that is full of joy, that you will enjoy and grow with your life. But the world has moved. Don't forget, as we're talking right now, the world is moving fast. A lot of things are happening. Okay? So you can see that there are a lot of changes. Things are going on. So those things, whether you make decision today or not, it does not stop you from not moving forward. That's exactly what I'm talking about. Now, what do you do different? Having heard my voice, okay? What exactly that you do different? Today's is a digital value. Do you hear what I say? Acquire a digital value so that you can earn money, income online. When you're sleeping, when you are out of touch, your online platforms are generating income. And that's why we are talking to you today. Quietly, we are speaking to you. Guys, they are making money quietly without you knowing. You think, listen, this world, the Elon Musk, the owner of SpaceX, X platform, formerly known as Twitter, and the one that built the autonomous AI driving car already moving fast. He was speaking during the World Conference recently when he said that very soon a lot of jobs will be taken by AI. A lot of people will go out of work. In fact, I was listening to Bank of America CEO speaking how people over applied for few vacant posts in their bank because people are worried about the future. Their jobs are being taken by AI, by digital robots are taking over the work of people. That's what we're talking about. So imagine if you want to maintain where you are right now, in the next 5 to 10 years, those things that you do manual will be automated. Peradventure, you are in business right now, and they're not planning to automate your business. Did you see recently Facebook, Mark Zuckerberg, has introduced AI chatbots that respond to you? Hitherto, there was nothing like that. Before you reach out to Facebook, if you have any issue on your account or whatever things you want to do, it's like a horse going through an eyes of a needle. But right now, at your tip, just a tap, and the AI agent will respond to you. Listen, people's job are being taken away if you don't know. Don't wait too long. I'm talking to you right now. Don't wait too long. I listen to this one, I listen to that, I listen to this. Please start small. That's what we're talking about. If I should start again, I'm going to list out all those things, but I want to paint the picture of the background of what we're talking about. It's not about whether in the third world or whether you are in the first world. This thing is going so fast. Even in China, it's working. The robots and all kind of devices are being operated to man so many things that human beings were doing before, and that is what we're talking about today. So I understand. Don't underestimate consistency. Make sure that whatever you pick this year, be consistent to it. Give it 1 year. The online we're talking about is not a quick, rich scheme. It is something that takes time to build. It takes time to build an online recurring income. Give it 1 year, like paid, and come back to thank me for what I'm talking about. The most expensive currency right now in the world on earth. So today is that thing I'm going to be talking to you, right? What is that the most expensive something on earth? I'm speaking to someone who knows, someone who understands what it means to be digitally inclined, what it means to generate income online. So speaking to someone who knows everything. Maybe you know everything. Maybe you're hearing with me and saying, oh, I've tried this, it did not work. Ladies and gentlemen, they are earning quietly. What you need to change is your mindset. What you need to change is to learn how to be patient, to learn how to be consistent, to learn how to discipline yourselves. Because most of us cannot stay and hold one thing for a long period of time. And wealth are not built in a hurry. It builds a long-term plan. It's a long-term goal. So for some of you who are in a place or environment where they want to get rich quick, show off that they bought a new car, or they live in a new house, all of those things is not what we're talking about here. Pay attention to what I'm saying so that I will detoxicate that your mindset of quick rich syndrome. Maybe you are, but your uncle or your parents or some of your friends are politicians. We're not talking about politicians who loot people's resources. Not all of them anyway, but there's some of them that do that. So we're not talking about that. We're talking about something serious. Self-made millionaire, self-made billionaires. That's what we're talking about. That even if the whole country where you are is in crisis, you are still earning income. We're talking about even though the economic crisis hits your location, or probably government make mistakes in their policies, you are have proof, you are bulletproof. Their finance and their income is bulletproof. You still generate income. What do I do differently if I were to start again? Like I said on my opening speech, one, the number one thing you will do is to acquire one digital skill. That's the number one. Acquire one digital skill. The second lesson, which you're going to do in 2026, if you want to move away from your constant lack, from your perennial lack and poverty, one skill. And what next again? Just focus on acquiring one skill, digital skill. I'm not talking about manual skill. I'm talking about digital skill before titles. One digital skills before titles. A lot of you like titles. A lot of you like this, I am that. Just learn one skills. So in 2026, what are you going to do different? Drop that old mindset. Learn one digital skills. It has no barrier of age. It has no barrier of location. There's nothing, no hindrance except yourself. By yourself. In 2026, nobody pays you for your degree. Listen to me. They pay you for the results. If anyone want to hire you right now, if you want, they're looking for a paid job right now, they're looking at what deliverable. What are you going to deliver in the workplace? That's what they're going to pay you. And that's how they're going to mark your monthly or weekly or hourly income. It's what you are going to deliver. So titles impresses people. If you have titles, impresses people. Skills filled you. If you have titles, it impresses. When your name is announced, announced with those accolade, the accolade, pardon me. So when they announce it, it makes you happy. And it makes you to be on top of the world. But what will pay you, ladies and gentlemen, is skills. It will pay you. It will feed you, not just pay you, but it will feed you. A skill in your hand is more powerful than certificate on your wall. So if you put the certificate on the whole wall, some of you are using it as decoration. So what will feed you for life is skill. Pay attention to this. Some of you might be saying, what is he saying? What the hell is he talking about? I'm talking from experience. And you can reason with me. The people though that are leading in tech giant this world, Mark Zuckerberg, Elon Musk, and many of them, they do not become worthy. The Amazon owner, they do not become worthy through certificates. They become worthy by creating solutions, valuable solutions to the marketplace. They solve people's problem. They solve your problem. They solve my problem. And that's why the world becomes a better place. They think beyond where they are. They're not constrained by the environment. So after you have acquired digital skills, what happened? Monetize it. That's where the game. I said that. Did you hear what I said? Learn how to monetize that skill, that digital skill. That's what we're talking about today. So listen to me. Pay attention to what I'm talking about. I remember years ago, decades, when I moved to the city, the first thing I did was to learn computer science. Learn how to operate and what is inside that box. Then it was a big screen of a computer, very big. Then we all know that. Desktop, very huge and large. Power consumption, loaded with all kind of stuff. I learned it, and after I learned it, it opened my mind to this thing called computer desktop. What is inside? The devices. What are the components that are made up of such? Then I begin to see the world in a different way. Hit out of when I was in the village, in the rural area. So did you see what I'm talking about? I did not. I had my certificate, but I dropped it. I needed to acquire skill. I needed to understand how the world operates in the real sense. Digital world. So when you want to monetize it, chat with me if you don't know how to start. The second thing you need to do, because once you're visible, if nobody knows what you do, you don't exist. Be visible. I'm talking to you right now. I'm visible. Do you understand? Even you, my fellow Christians, believers of Christ, that are listening to me and non-believers, different faiths, before you go to church, they preach the word of God, you hear it, and then after that, there's nothing like how you can go to listen to those words again. Now, there are digital devices. They're using the platforms on Facebook, on Instagram, on LinkedIn. They're ministering, they connect, and they stream live. Remember, they were not streaming live. Many lives have been transformed by the words of different motivational speakers and men who have devoted their time to the reading and to the illustration of the word of God, who have been commissioned to do that. If they continue to stay in one direction, just to minister, to teach, and then without connecting the word is right at their palm. This phone that I have right now, you can listen to any best preacher, any part of the world. You follow them on their Facebook page, on the different accounts, and the different platforms. You watch them. You just need to show up, just like I showed up this morning. I showed up to you. Show up. Whatever talent you have, whatever gift you have, nobody will discover you when you kept that talent inside their pocket. Make it known, be visible. And that's what we're talking about. Then hit them. Visibility is not a pride. Some people will think, as I'm talking to you, I'm arrogant. I'm opening your mind. Listen, guys, I don't need to motivate you. I'm saying it raw. I did not know all of those things before. Guys, if you're listening to me, even as those men of God and motivational speakers are speaking to you, remember they are being paid by Facebook as content creators, as religious leaders or religious speakers. Then, by the time they will not tell you this, listen, they won't tell you this. Okay? What I'm telling you, they will not tell you. So, I know what I'm talking about. YouTube pays them. Okay? They get paid. They're preaching to you and they're generating income. Digital income. Most of them are all over the place. This is what we're talking about today. Why didn't they stay where they were before? So growth, mindset, mind shift, transform this mind, renew this mind. Renewal of your mind is the word of God. You renew your mind. So if you can renew your mind this year and take up this challenge and remove fear and doubt, you're on your path to successful life. The number 3 on my list of lessons to be learned on this is documentation. Everything you do, whether it is you are working for yourselves, or whether you are working for someone, or whether you are a business owner, an entrepreneur, data. Everything you do, store it, save it, document it, because one day you will need it. In fact, as you grow, you adjust, because you must have a plan, something, a document to work with. A document that contains all that you want to do. Live about wearing fine clothes. Nothing wrong with that. Live about the expensive car. Nothing wrong with that. Live about the lifestyle of entertainment industries, the movie makers. That's not real. I am real to you today. Live all those things. People don't follow perfection. All right? As you're listening to me, I'm not perfect, but I strive for perfection. Do you understand that? And that's the word of God. They follow progress. People of this world follow progress. Okay? So they follow your progress. If last year they see you in this year they're seeing you in this, and they're still seeing you on the same lifestyle, they want to know what is behind that. That's what we're talking about. Consistency. All right? Consistency. This is very, very important that we do not forget that. The fourth one is that choose mentors fast. Choose who will guide you. When two blind people lead themselves, do you know what happened? They will collapse into the gutter. For those of you who are Christian and believer of Christ, it's biblical. Two blind people cannot lead themselves. If they lead themselves, they will find themselves at the gutter. That's what we're talking about right now. So, what I'm saying this morning is more important, very vital. I'm not trying to make you to be happy. I'm challenging you to open your eyes. I'm challenging you to stop figuring out how life will be. Walk with documents. Walk with direction and clarity. Know what you want to know. Out alone is not strength. It is pride. Sometimes isolate yourself from the group you belong that are not helping you to grow. And detach yourself. And then make something meaningful in your life. If you want to be the richest person on the earth today, start now. Ask how, where, who are the person doing that thing that I want to be like. Go closer to them. Don't stay in your home or face the TV or scrolling from one social media platform to another and hoping that miracle will happen. No, there are over 8 billion people on the face of the earth today that are looking for the same thing you're looking for. Come on, guys, let's be real. You must position yourself in order for you to tap into this. Remember the world history of a woman of an issue of blood. When he touched the garment of Jesus Christ, he said, the virtue has gone out of me. In the midst of the multitude, how did Jesus knew that somebody touched his garment, edge of his garment? The woman ran. You must move towards your destiny. You must move towards your success. Don't stay one place and whining and lamenting. If your mentor is confused, you will be confused. If those you're paying attention to is confused, you are likely to be the same because they're influencing your life. What you watch, what you listen will influence your life. Listen, if your mentor is broke, you're likely going to be broke. It's inherited. It trans into your body system. Is it a power that transfers that into your body system? Listen, choose voices that stretch you. My voice and other voices that are out there that are push you beyond your limits. Something that challenges you and make you uncomfortable. Any voice that says, you're okay, these are mediocres. They paint it so that you'll be comfortable. I'm not here to make you comfortable. The fifth one is think global from day one. Think beyond your border. Think beyond where you are. Think connecting the world from your phones, smartphones, from your laptops. Once you have access to internet, think beyond that. How do I aim from where I am right now? How? Ask that question. How? AI is there to guide you. How? How are they doing it? Stop following crowds. I challenge you. Stop following crowds, because you guys know how to follow crowds. You know how to move with the crowd. The internet erased borders. Technology erased border. Technology has made everything proximity. Technology has removed hindrance and limitations. So if you don't know what to do, this I'm talking about, and fellow Africans, fellow friends and followers and lovers of TD Studio Podcast, I want you to think, while you are thinking locally, think broader aspect of it. Dominate your community and then think global. That's what we're talking about. Your phone connects you to the world. Did you understand? Did you hear that? The phone that you use connects you to Elon Musk. It connects you to Mark Zuckerberg. It connects you to Amazon founder. It connects you to even the president in their country. Eventually in the US, it connects you to His Excellency, the President of the United States of America, Donald Trump. It connects you to wherever country you are, your phone. If your phone is all about to watch and scroll, you are missing the point. You'll be trapped. You understand what I'm saying? You'll be trapped. And before you wake up, it's already too late. And I don't want your life to be, had I known, a brother to be so late. I want you to start now. That's what we're about on this podcast, making life, transforming lives. And then you don't need to relocate. You just need to discover what skill should I offer. And probably you're already on the diasporas, for those who are already in the different parts of the world, in the US, in Canada, Australia, UK, India, China. You can reach the world. You have no excuse. Listen to me. I know some of my friends are right there, customers. I shout out to all of you guys, but I want you guys to earn beyond per hour jobs. I want you to begin to think beyond that and create something that will solve problems. That's what I have this morning. If you have watched the TD Studio Podcast, whether from our special guest to myself speaking to you on the background of entrepreneurial business, then of course digital service and real estate, these are my niches. If this touches you, if I spoke to you this morning, whether it's in the evening or your time or wherever you are, paying attention to what I said, do not forget to follow us, share to someone whose life is going to be transformed by this, and make sure that you continuously follow our podcast where we speak about clarity and decisions, resetting your life, money, and decisions. So that's what we are after, making sure we touch lives and make sure that decisions we make are backed by facts, not by emotions. So thank you so much for listening to me today, and I hope to meet you again one more time. Thank you for always following, and make sure you share to someone. Bye for now.